Frankly, I wasn't worried about our daughter getting shot at school.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This video is, I don't know. I don't think a lot of Americans would like this, but I do hope that even if you don't like it, you respect it. The title of the video that we're checking out is Finding the American Dream in France, right? And as we know, I'm not knowledgeable of anywhere else in this world that even has the statement, I have a dream, right? Like, I have a dream, MK, is there. And the American dream, like, I don't know of any country that has anything where they say they have a dream or an American dream or I have a dream. You know what I'm talking about, right? To just hear that somebody found this reality somewhere else outside of the United States is kind of astonishing. However, let's hear their point of view and let's see if life is really better over there in France. Without further ado, let's get right into this video, guys. And if you have any recommendations, click that link in the pinned comment section and you can recommend whatever videos and I'll check them out. But without further ado, let's get right into this video.
We're an American family who came to France for a year-long adventure, and we've decided not to go back to the US, to stay in France permanently instead. This video is about why.
Hey, first of all, listen, I'm young, they're not. In comparison, both of us, right? So I'm just saying it from the get-go. Their experiences in the United States compared to mine, it's not the same. So if they feel like it's better off in France, they gotta have good points because they lived for a very long time in the United States. So let's see what's up.
Hi, I'm Raina.
I'm Jason.
What's up,
We're
Rena and
back at
Jason?
Bound. When we were living in the US, we were living what I think most people would call the American dream.
Right.
We were not particularly stressed financially. We had health care.
Okay.
We lived in a safe neighborhood with a good school.
Right.
We took a vacation now and then. I mean,
Okay.
we really just had a nice life overall.
Yeah, we did. But there was also always a vague feeling of stress in the background.
Yeah.
Like, what if I lost my job?
Lose it.
What
Right.
would we do about health insurance?
So scary all the
Yeah,
time.
it was. But why do I never have enough time for anything?
Right.
I mean, I think this sort of constant pressure and busyness was what made the idea of slow traveling France for a year so appealing. It felt like we would just be able to step out of that for a little while, spend time together, enjoy life, and eat a lot of pastry.
A lot of pastry. Yeah.
But the longer we were here, the less we wanted to leave.
Wow.
And it wasn't because we were on vacation. We were working.
Right.
We were going to school. And some of that had its own unique stress, because it was all in a foreign language. It's all in a new country. At first we were just learning how to do all
No, that's crazy because if y'all saying that y'all pull up and y'all in the spot, right? And y'all had challenges like language, like I'm in Finland. Like I've said this time and time again, if I was supposed to move to the United Kingdom, bro, I'm smooth, be good. That's my native, right? But I'm not in my native language, right? So I have to learn the language and they're trying to say, yo, we have to know French and we don't want to leave. That's crazy.
these simple tasks all over again.
Oh my God, buy laundry soap.
Where?
Yeah. But what we started to realize as we looked around us was it felt like the lifestyle we had always been looking for in the US was here.
Yeah, for example, there's really a respect for getting rest and spending time with your loved ones here. Work is a part of your life, but not your whole life.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that you're lazy. Enjoying your life is normal. It's not something you have to justify by exhausting yourself before you stop, take a break, go on a vacation.
Yeah.
Right.
And then on top of that, we were able to access great affordable healthcare, even as self-employed people. Healthy food is easy to get at a reasonable price. Frankly, I wasn't worried about our daughter getting shot at school, or having.
I got chills for that one, bro. Like, damn, bro. Woo. Every time I hear about it, bro, like, damn, bro. Like, listen, I don't have no children, right? And I haven't, thought about it, because like having a child and having to worry, that they might get you know, it's a real situation. Damn, bro. Like, wow. Yeah.
Time of college debt as she gets older. We could still afford to buy a house here and retire before we were 90.
Woohoo!
Yeah. And I mean, before anyone brings it up, these things do cost something. We pay higher taxes here in France. And I love it. Because in exchange, I feel like we and the rest of society have so much more stability than I felt in the US.
Yeah.
And in the reality, it's actually not that much higher, and it feels like a small price to pay for what we get.
Yeah, and you know, once you experience all of this, you can't just unsee it.
Right.
You know? But it is a big thing to decide to live in a foreign country, you know, and that had never been our intent.
No. Plus, there were all these questions like, can we actually stay here legally? We all only had 1-year visas. Are we okay with being so far away from our family?
Yeah.
So, I mean, as our first year was coming,
France is not that far. Think about me. But I mean, it is what it is, you know. You just got to do what you got to do. All these risks are things that you just got to figure it out. And even with staying in France, just figure out how, like, there's so many immigration policies that you can, you know, go ahead and research about. Like, you're in the France, like you're in the country, right? You're already in France. All you got to do is just, you know, holler at the just go online and find out who is dealing with, you know, paperwork for immigrations, people who want to move to the country, and you can find out what ways is possible for that, like whether you can become work visa, something, student, whatever it is, like figure shit out, and it shouldn't be that hard.
we had 1-year visas. Are we okay with being so far away from our family?
Yeah.
So, I mean, as our first year trip was coming to an end, we didn't have answers to that. And so we started to prepare to go back to the US.
Yeah, you know, so I was starting to look for jobs in the U.S. again, you know, and I still
about
remember the
France?
moment. We were sitting in a beautiful garden in Nice, and I'm scrolling my phone over and over and over, looking for jobs. And I was so excited because I found a French company, and I think I yelled at you at the time. You know, this company was in the Denver area, and they were hiring. And I found myself thinking that if I could get a job there and everything worked out, maybe one day I could get transferred back to France.
Yeah. I think that was the moment we realized what we really wanted was to stay here, because it seemed like the whole purpose of going back to the US was to get ourselves back to France.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Where we already.
Now, I'm happy for them because you can genuinely see that the journey that they had was simply, you know, they just wanted to be in France, and that's beautiful.
We were.
So why would we go back?
Yeah. But then this next question was, no matter how much we wanted to stay, could we do it legally? We knew it was a possibility for my visa, but it was definitely not something that was promised. And we needed my visa to be able to work and support ourselves here
Exactly. You
for
need
the long
that.
term. So we put in for a renewal and waited many, many, many
Long
months.
time.
Yeah, but
And then
when you
finally-
wait, it like for Finland with what do you say, the residency? I see, or I've never had to be in that position because my permits was like immediate, right? But when you do this, in Finland they say, like, what does it say again? Like, if you already are in the country, like obviously legally, you can proceed to continue to do whatever you were already doing as long as you weren't denied. If you were denied, then that's it, wrap it up, get out, right? But if you are, let's say you came as a student and your student visa or whatever it is called expires, you can still be a student while you're processing for a renewal. But you have to make sure the renewal process start before the expiration, or else you're obviously, you know, I ain't got to break it down.
I got called to the prefecture in Bordeaux for my renewal card, but we had no idea what to expect for how long it would be. I still remember the lady passed it through the glass and asked that I check everything looked like it was right.
So
Okay.
I am in Bordeaux today
Okay.
to pick up my titre de séjour. This is the first one. I'm getting a real card. We thought it would be for a year, based on some feedback they gave me at my appointment. But when I picked it up, it says it's valid until 2027. I am so excited, relieved.
Well, what year are we
So many
in?
things that
What year are we in? We in what? What we in? 24? That's 3 years. When was this video? 2 weeks ago. Oh shit, that's 3 years on that joint. Hold on. Let me see what's going on with me right here. Let me see if that's longer than mine expires in 2027 too. What the flipping hell? But mine is 4 years duration, and then I can apply for another. But yeah.
I actually feel a little like I could cry. It's
They
amazing.
cry.
So I took that card and I got out of there as fast as I could before they could change their minds.
Right.
We don't want to make light of the fact that it was still really difficult to make the decision to live an ocean away from our family and friends.
Yeah.
And tacos too?
And tacos.
Yeah.
French tacos, not the same.
Not the same.
Not the
You really
same.
miss all of those things, and it can be really hard at times.
Yeah. But also when we think about this sometimes we remember the reality of our American lives was it was so busy
Stressing.
and our family and friends' lives were often so busy that it could be shockingly hard to spend time together even when you're in the same country. Anyone who's tried to plan a coffee date with a friend and had to go 2 months out to find a date that works
really.
for both of you knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Damn.
So, people have asked us, does this mean that you're staying in France forever? And I don't know, but the answer is as long as the French Republic will have us.
Yeah. I mean, the irony is, I feel like we found our American dream here in France.
Yeah.
We love village life, the culture, the people, the food. We can actually afford housing, healthcare, and education. Why would we leave?
Yeah. We talk more about each of these in our next upcoming video. You can hit this.
I mean, I don't think they need to. You're legally there. Like, it doesn't get any better than that, right? If you're legally somewhere and you're not doing anything foul, what are the chances of you not being able to stay there, right? So, I think they're on the right path. Coming from a guy who has solidly been in Finland for what, about 2 years going on right now. Wild shit, man. But just do what you got to do. Find a local job. Do what you got to do. They're good to me, right? That's amazing, and I'm happy for them. And I hope that other people find their dream just as well as they did. Because the reality of this video is very truthful. They're telling you exactly how stressing the American life is, and the thing is, like, yeah, you pay taxes in the United States and blah 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 blah. The reality is simply that you don't really necessarily get a lot of benefits from your tax except for military, right? And it's in places like France and the entire Europe, like, you're getting a lot more benefits from your taxes, even though the taxes might be a tad higher. You're getting a lot more benefits, and that's just the reality. And it's just what it is. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Please do go and show some love to these guys. I think they're new to. I don't think they've been on YouTube forever. So yeah, go check them out. And I'm out of here. Peace.